Peace, family. What's up? I'm here. I am here. I am here. As I always say, this may be Karen's world, but you family, you are the stars of the show. This is another thing we do. I have seen this in groups. We say, um, and I'm going to move in 10 years when my children graduate from high school. What? In 10 years? Leave now. Leave now if you can. Children are resilient. Children will adjust. Children will adjust, right? And so sometimes we just keep putting off. We use, family, when my children graduate, you feeling ostracized. So many reasons we come up with for keeping us from moving abroad. But if you have it in you, and I'm talking to the people that have that nudging, I'm talking to the people that have that nudging and who that have that desire and who really want to do it. You can do it because that desire didn't come from anywhere. God give you the desires of the heart. Why God give you the desires of your heart? Because God put the desires there in the first place. All right. We have Jasmine Chantrese on stage. What's up, Jasmine?
Hi, y'all.
This is my mini me, y'all. This is my mini me.
Lord.
So tell the people hello.
Hi, y'all. How y'all doing?
So I wanted to bring you on stage because I wanted you to give the perspective, because you know how, so this is my oldest daughter, y'all. So I wanted her to give her perspective as well. Y'all, don't she look like she'll cuckoo you, y'all? Don't she look cuckoo you? Don't she'll cuckoo you? I have a daughter that look Luya, and I have a daughter that look cuckoo you. But anyway, so I want you to share, like, here you are, it has always been me, you, your sister, and it's always been us three. And so here it is, I'm moving to Africa. Right. So
Right.
tell us, like, how did you feel about that? About me leaving and leaving y'all behind?
I think it was. It's something that you and Natalia, who's y'all, that's my younger sister. It's something that y'all have always talked about. So with you making the decision, it wasn't like you came and sat us down and said, "Hey, I'm moving." It was just, it had always been in the talk. It's always been something you talked about, that you wanted to move, that you wanted to explore, and so when you made the move, I think the day that you left, of course, I'm definitely sad because you're not here anymore. And I think, like you said, it has always been us three. So it was like a separation, and it's like, my mom isn't here anymore because she's there. And of course I still have my sister, but it has always been that three chord, they always say a three chord is not easily broken. And so when you have when we're just a tight knit type of family, and then you leave, and it's like, okay, whose house am I gonna go to? Like, who like, yeah, I can always see you through FaceTime and thank God for technology, but it's nothing like actually being able to see, being able to touch. And so the day that you left, of course, I was definitely sad, but I was prepared. And just by you constantly talking about it, that prepares your children or your family members of this transition. So it's not a shock because it has something that you've consistently and you constantly talked about. So I knew it was coming. So just the conversation definitely prepared me for your move.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said that you were sad on the day. Do you remember the day you took me to the airport? What did we do?
Y'all. I remember that day. She does not know this, y'all. But while you was in the living room, I was in my bed and I started to cry because I knew I was dropping you off. Y'all, she don't even know that I was crying. I called my friend at the time and I told her, and she was like, "Girl, like, I know you're not crying," but people don't understand. Yes, I am in my 30s. I do not care. I cried like I was like a 7-year-old child. I do not care because this is my mother, right? And so I do remember you leaving because how you left was not how you planned it. I think at that time, y'all had to evacuate. And so
Hurricane Zeta, yes, there was a hurricane that came through.
And so your departure was not how you expected it to be. So because of that, you know, it felt a little rushed because it's like, okay, like we didn't really get to come together all as one to kind of celebrate and have that last like dinner or anything, just because of how things fell into place. And so I remember you left and you had on that green backpack and you had on your jeans, you had your hair in a bun, and I'm like, this is it. And when you went down that escalator to go through your check-in, I was just like, that was it. Like she's gone. Like I know she's not gone, but it's just like she's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a day of sadness.
Yeah. And you know, and one of the things that I feared though, when I was leaving y'all behind, one of the things I feared was you all were going to reject me. And so I felt like, okay, when I go back to visit, you know, they may go on, they may, you know, if they get, you know, when they get married and start having children and that sort of thing, I feel like they're gonna ice me out because they're gonna be resentful and say, oh, well, you wasn't here. You wasn't here. You decided to go live your best life in Africa. So you really don't have too much, you know, to say to us, right? So that was my biggest fear, you know, that, oh my
but
God,
I don't. And that's just so crazy because that has never been our dynamic. Like that has never been how we've operated with one another. That has never been our energy amongst one another. So, you know, I can get it. That's how you would feel because it's like you are living in a different part of the world and here we are moving on. But it has not been that at all because one thing we do with one another is we keep each other in the loop. So we're constantly communicating like every single day. Like I'm, you know, for me personally, I'm constantly keeping you in the loop of what's going on with work, what's going on with dating, what came to me spiritually. Like I'm constantly keeping you in the loop. So even though you're not here, you are here. And so, you know, that's never been us three anyway. So that was never gonna happen.
And I love that so much. But a lot of moms, I'm sure, felt the same way that I did. Like, you know, you going to Africa, your children, you know, you're not gonna be there or whatever the case may be. And I love our conversations, especially about the date. To be like, girl, he said what? So somebody said, somebody here said you look. I said you look Kikuyu. Somebody in here said, Jacob. Jacob says she looks Kumba. Okay, Jacob. That's still bad too. That's still bad too. Jacob said you look Kumba. Okay, so we have I'm so excited. So hold on, Jay. I'm gonna leave you on the line.